BassResinator here. It's finally time to do my diorama. I have coral of one type and the same mold that I made, but I made a different color. So I'm going to put those down towards the bottom, and in between those I'm going to have some seaweed growing. And then on one side I'm going to have this reddish color, and then in different places around I'm going to put these other pieces of coral. So what am I doing? I'm going to go in this cube, but it's a broken cube. One of the corners is off, so it leans forward. So I'm going to build the diorama right there. I'm going to have my coral reef, and I'm going to have some sand in there, some white sand, because I want the coral reef to be as pristine as possible. So I will how am I going to do this? I'm going to mix up, well actually first I'm going to stick all of these together using UV resin, so then I'll just set the coral and the seaweed into place. But when I set it into place, I'm going to have mixed up some resin, some 1-to-1 resin with the sand. I'll put the sand in there, and then I will set the rest of the pieces in there and let that cure up. And then after that cures up in that position, then I will be able to do the pours with a deep pour coming all the way up. I'll probably have to do it in two pours, but I'll just have to stay on top of it to make sure I don't lose. I want it as clear as possible. I don't want lines, so I have to make sure that I get it at the right time. So, yep, that's what I'm going to be doing. Oh, and to top it all off, I don't have any sea anemones, but I do have a little clownfish. Or two. I had these little tiny plastic fish that when you put them in resin they just sort of disappear, and so I thought, well, I'm going to paint them. And I thought, when I started doing this project, I thought I've got to paint them as clownfish, but I don't have any sea anemones. To say that real fast, sea anemone, some people can't say it. They say it comes out like cinnamon or something. I don't know how. I mean, I do know how. It's well, I won't say that, but it's very difficult for me to understand how some people can't say certain words. Not that I don't feel for them, but I just don't understand how it works, because for me it works without a hitch. So I'm fortunate in that case, but I don't have any sea anemones, so I'm not going to use any. And I thought, well, I could sit there and try. I'm not going to. I've already fashioned all of these things. There's not that much room in here, so I'm not going to worry about it. But I will have the clownfish around the coral. And if I don't have them in the right position, what I can do is use a little bit of clear UV resin and build a little mount, and then stick that mount, and that mount will disappear in the clear epoxy resin when it's poured. So yep, got it all figured out. It's been in my head for some time. Yep, and I hope it comes out looking really cool. Okay, I'll get back to you when I have all my ducks in a row, so to speak, or all my clownfish in a row. Okay, I'm going to start building up I have UV resin in here that I used for a project earlier, and I thought no reason putting it away when I need it now. seaweed, slippery. Shouldn't be. Well, come on, stick. There we go. Must have been an air bubble there when I made that one. This is going to be fun. Holding this one in place. Because I'm going to have to get the light down from a different angle. Stick now. Hey, it's sticking. Yay! Now this pink one is clear, but you're not going to be able to see that. The green one was using mica. This was just using the resin dye in that one. Okay, so there's that. Don't need that there anymore. That was to help hold that green one up for a bit. Let's see. So when it's sitting there, this needs to be more that way. Oh, there's plenty of room. See there? Cool. Okay. Okay. And that just started coming apart. No, not okay. No. My sister we used to be real crazy in the car. This is before radio was any good. Back in the old days, and we'd either sing songs as a family or tell crazy stories. And she told this story of two crocodiles that were in love, and I'll show you just a bit as soon as this cures up a little bit. Stick, I say. And this is the female crocodile, and this is the male. Kiss me. No way, I don't wanna. Kiss me. No way, I don't wanna. Kiss me. Okay. And crazy things like that. And so, look into my eyes is another one. And then, of course, they have eyes on the side, so you have to go. Yeah, we had plenty fun time on those long car trips. Okay, now I gotta figure out. Yeah, I'm thinking
this pink oneish here, and then I'll put one of these little gobies, listen to me, one of these little clownfish. A goby is another type of fish, okay? But don't get them confused. You don't want to be a go-between. Oh, no, Mr. Watkins saying some seriously bad dad jokes. I call them puns, my students call them dad jokes, and I'm like, that's okay. I'm a dad, but I'm also a grandpa now, so get it right. Call it a grandpa joke. It's like the Cajun jokes. It's okay by me if it's okay by you. If you don't know, or if you know, you know. Isn't that what the... Yeah. If you know, you know. Is that too much there? Is that covering up the pink too much? What do you think? I think it goes. I think it goes fine. And all that these have to do is stick together for as long as I get them into that sand when I put it in there. It needs a little bit more. Oh no, I wanted it on that, not underneath. Of course that's not going to show anyway, but still, I know it's there. Cure that little bit right there too. Almost can't see him on there. You know he's there. I know he's there. I think if I put him on the yellow, he'll be seen a lot better. And the proximity to that other guy will probably bring out the color in him too, so that he'll be seen more readily. More readily or more orangely? Oh my! He's on a roll. Watch out for the butter. I don't like the way that looks. Maybe this will work. Okay, I think I've done as much damage as I can do right there. So we got coral, and this bottom part's going to be in the sand. So it will be looking like that. And if you are looking at it from the side, you'll have something to see. The other side and the back side, you'll have something to see. The only side you won't really want to look at is this part down here, because that's going to be all full of sand. Okay, I'll mix up some resin and I'll come back. Have the resin mixed up here. It's a Resin Pro iCrystal. And I'm going to dump in a bunch of sand. This is just, in order for me to get this color sand, I got it at Hobby Lobby, which is an arts and crafts store here in the United States, for those that don't know. And in order to get white sand, because I'm not going down to Cancun anytime soon. If I went down there, they have sand this color, but I'm not going down there. This is definitely mixing up some bubbles. I need a bit more.
that out the way for just a second. In my mind, I was thinking I was going to have this more like a paste. Now there we go, we're getting a little bit better. So that when I go to stick the coral in there, it'll just stick. Now, the water under the waves, sorry, wait a minute, that makes no sense. The water under the waves. Sand under the waves, unless you're getting really close to the beach, is pretty smooth. Now, up on the beach, you start getting these wave action on there, where the ebb and the flow of the tide push things back and forth. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, that's what I want. Okay, so now and I don't want it to go like that because I don't want the sand all over the back. I want it on this slanted edge. And that just sank right into place, just like it was supposed to. Ha 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 ha. Do 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 do. Okay, I mixed up too much. That's okay. I can offload it into another mold. Offload it, listen to me. Put it in some other mold right quick. And then I have a whole bunch of these little crystals that are glow in the dark, but I don't want to put them in there now because they'll just sink. So I'll put them in after an hour or two, after this has time to cure up a little bit. Okay, so we just wait now. This cured up. I put the little glow in the darky things. Look at this. They'll do better. See, what I'm planning on doing is setting this on that little cube part that's cut off. I'm planning on setting that on a light, and then after you turn it off, then it'll start glowing. Okay, so all of the stuff is in place. I mixed up 8 ounces. I may need to have to do more, I don't know, but I put in 3 drops of peacock blue from Let's resin dye. Ran this through the vacuum to try and prevent as many bubbles as possible. And then I'm just going to pour slowly. Oh, one thing I did add in here is little I have this celosia plant, otherwise known as a fire plant, and I dried some, and I thought, you know, some of those little things look like sea anemones. So I've got little sea anemones in there, so the clownfish actually have something to go with. Yay! I'm pouring about as slowly as I did. If you watched the video I did on the dandelion head that I put in resin, that's about how the speed that I am pouring in here. If I pour it too fast, I'll induce a bunch of extra bubbles, and I don't need those. Don't need any inducing. Ha ha ha. Why? Because my grandkids have already been born. Oh, that was bad. Real bad, Mr. T. Mr. Watkins, what are you doing being silly like that? I have to be silly to remain sane with all of my crazy students. Students nowadays, man. Totally different than when I started. Don't ask me to explain all of the things that are different, but they are different. You know, I'm going to do a little tap tap because I see some bubbles hanging out down there on the bottom. I don't want that. Okay, let me get my old silicone tool. Yeah, there we go. Come on. Come out, wherever you are. Get off of there. Here, I got that one to come up. You guys get off the wall. Oh, this is good. I threw my Kleenex thingy away there. Okay, let's rest that for there. After I finished mixing, I threw that Kleenex thing away. Kleenex thing? The Kleenex. It's not. It's either a Kleenex or a thing. Come on now. Release off the side there. I see you. There we go. And some of those glow-in-the-dark pebble things are floating. I guess I didn't get them all sealed in there. Sealed? Yeah. Okay, Mr. T, you're having too much fun. I pity the fool that doesn't have fun. Am I seeing another one down there? I don't know. Let me check. Get off the wall. Not quite enough to cover that up. So that was 8 ounces. Looks like I'll probably need another 5 or 6 to finish it off, but I'll wait a while. Wait a while before I do that. Don't want to, even though this can go 4 inches in a pour, let's just wait a few hours and then do another round. Okay. I ran you through the bubble machine. What's the deal? Or anti-bubble machine. Now some bubbles in this would probably be okay. It would add to authenticity. But you know, I'm kind of a perfectionist. Off the wall. Out of that corner. Get out of that corner. I was hoping not to have that too dark, and I think what I'm seeing the dark is because it's up against that black down underneath. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. There's something floating right here. Oh, that's one of those stones. I thought, what is that? How can a stone float? I don't know. But if you ever watched Monty Python in Search of the Holy Grail. And what floats? Little tiny rocks. Those guys were such imbeciles, but so fun to watch. I mean, crazy guys. A wild and crazy guy. Okay, now we wait again. Hurry up and wait. The ocean diorama is finished. Now watch the surprise. Oh, I put those glow-in-the-dark stones there. Cool. Coral shining up nicely. So yeah. So thanks to Beebeecraft helping me get that done. Notice I'm in my ocean themed bathroom remodel. So this looks really cool. That tilted cube is a neat mold, except this mold, I have used it I guess one too many times. I didn't use any heat on it. Part of the mold stuck right there. Bummer. Only way to get that off is try and scrape on it with a razor blade or some type of blade, or just sand that whole side down. But I'm really not looking forward to that. I'm thinking I may just leave it there and say that's a piece of coral that floated off. But yeah, I'm very happy with this. Cool.